It is Sunday evening, August 2nd. The kind of night when the light doesn't quite go out so much as it settles into the cracks between things, the cracks in the sidewalk, the cracks in your resolve to call your mother, the crack in the foundation where you keep your winter tires. It's that hour before the rain decides whether or not to fall. We find ourselves today somewhere in the middle of the earth, literally and maybe figuratively, and trying to answer a question that keeps me up at night. Not a theological question, mind you. Theology is too tidy for a man like me who keeps his faith in the reliability of the local bakery rather than in Scripture. No, the question I'm asking tonight is, where is the line drawn between heaven and hell? The late-night preacher on the radio tells us it's a wall of fire. The Sunday school teacher says it's a choice we make with our eyes open. But Silas, my neighbor who keeps a ledger of every sin committed within 3 miles since 1974, told me something different last Tuesday while I was buying apples at the stand behind his barn. Silas is not a man you trust to tell you the weather forecast, but he is a man who treats the afterlife with the same meticulous care he gives his prize-winning rutabagas. And according to Silas, and this is important, because Silas speaks in metaphors that smell like wood smoke and old paper, the earth isn't half heaven and half hell stitched together by some celestial seamstress. On the earth is one place, but it changes from day to day. He said the word varies. He didn't say it with his mouth. He said it with the way he adjusted his cap. Silas wears a cap that has seen decades of rain and never once lost its brim, and when he adjusts it, you know something is about to be said that isn't what anyone else would say. So last Tuesday, while I was holding 3 pounds of Honeycrisp apples that cost me exactly 78 cents, because Silas had brought me a case of his own juice in exchange. A deal so simple, so human, it felt like I'd entered some ancient covenant. He told me about the demon guidelines. He said that heaven and hell aren't places you go after you die, the way people think. They are conditions of being. And just as there are laws governing how angels behave in the upper atmosphere, rules about grace, about timing, about when to intervene, and when to simply let a man's grief do its work, the demons have their own code. He called it the sermons from the pit, not sermons delivered to us from above, but sermons delivered downward, like a letter dropped through the slot in an envelope you never opened, written by someone who knew exactly what it was to be stuck inside for a very long time. Silas told me there are 3 rules, 3 simple, terrible rules that demons follow in their work of tormenting the living while trying not to make it worse than necessary, which, Silas pointed out, is quite the achievement for something condemned to suffering forever. First, do not be cruel. He said the demons understand cruelty. They know it well, the way a river knows the bottom because it has flowed over it for centuries. But they are forbidden from being cruel in any direct way. No burning men with torches, no turning babies into frogs, though Silas did mention that one thing is occasionally done as a misunderstanding. The demons must torment through absence, through loneliness, through the quiet erosion of hope. It's more elegant, he said, and harder to fight against. You can't punch an absence. Second, be honest about their own limitations. This one got me laughing, actually laughing, not because it was funny, but because it was so true about any foolhardy being who thinks they know the end of another man's journey. The demons are not omniscient, Silas said. They don't know when a man is going to get better. They don't know when his daughter will call. They only know what they were told at their sentencing. And even that information sometimes comes with holes in it, like a newspaper article written by someone who didn't understand the situation. Third, leave room for grace. This was the one Silas delivered with such quiet intensity that I almost put down my apples. He said the demons are allowed to be present, but they must always leave room for what? For something else to arrive. A letter from home, a change of heart, a sudden, inexplicable urge to do good for no reason at all. The demons must never close the door completely, because if they did, there would be nothing left to do in this world than simply sit and wait forever, which is what they are already doing anyway. So you see, heaven isn't up here and hell isn't down there. They're not even two places on opposite sides of some invisible curtain. They're the same place, the earth, and they shift like tides. Sometimes it's sunny and you forget to worry about anything, and that's heaven. Sometimes a man wakes up and can't find his keys and it's Monday, and that's hell. The difference is how quickly you notice which one you're in. And the demons, they don't run this place. Silas told me they'd rather be anywhere else too. He said they spend their time reading books in cells made of cloud and regret, trying to remember what it was like before they had to watch men do terrible things for a living. He said he hoped that one day, someday soon, the sermons from the pit would become just stories told around a fire, not instructions followed by someone stuck inside forever. I drove home tonight and thought about this, about how maybe we're all practicing for either heaven or hell just by being alive, learning patience, learning forgiveness, learning that sometimes you have to let someone go without knowing if they'll come back. And also learning that when they do, it's usually because they've learned something in the meantime. God help us all, but God help them most of all, the ones still working the shifts down below, trying to do their jobs while waiting for permission to leave. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Tomorrow may be hell, or it might just be a Monday with good coffee. And that, my friends, is the only heaven we need.